On May 1st, 1556, the city of Venice welcomed Queen Bona Sforza of Poland, the Serenissimi's first royal visitor in many years. The celebrations for Queen Bona as she crossed the Alps into Italy included militaristic receptions in Udine and Treviso, a parade of scholars and noblewomen in Padua, and finally, a series of ceremonies aboard the Bucintoro, the Venetian ceremonial galley. Two orations from that day have survived in the historical record. A speech in Latin by the 91-year-old humanist Cassandra Fedele, and a speech in Italian by the 15-year-old blind prodigy Luigi Groto. Fedele's performance embodied the long-lived wisdom and faith of the Venetian state. Groto's oration repeated the theme of the life cycle, additionally drawing attention to what could be perceived without sight. The performances by Fedele and Groto were made in service to a Venetian political identity that celebrated the collective wisdom of older statesmen in a republican government. By elevating the performances of an elder woman and a blind boy, the government demonstrated to foreign rulers that republican courtly spectacles were not about the perfection of the body, but rather about celebrating a Platonic ideal of a wise republican leadership.
I'm Hannah Marcus, and I'm a historian of science, medicine, and culture in early modern Europe. I'm really fascinated by the scientific culture of early modern Italy in particular. I'm interested in the ways that people navigate questions of what it is to know and how they know, who gets to know, and the ways that people share information and the kinds of strictures that are on information sharing as well. So we're being asked to think, I think the Venetian state wants us to realize that part of the power of the state is the ability for its citizens to overcome things that seem disabling, like age, like blindness, and that instead we're getting a narrative of the power of individuals within Venetian lands to overcome perceived impairment, perceived disability, and that's the, they often talk about people as jewels of the state, that these jewels of the state are people who are not 30-year-old beautiful men with sprezzatura, like Castiglione wants us to remember, that this is a very different image of state power.
The Prize Selection Committee described Hannah Marcus as a cutting-edge leader in the field of the history of science, noting that her work sets the agenda for future histories of the interconnection between society, science, and medicine.